Whether you live in Minnesota or Montreal, winter always throws a wrench into things. But can you still build? By the end of this video, you'll know when you can build and how to plan for a winter custom home build. I'm Dan Nodge, founder of Emmett Leo Homes, a custom home builder and your insider into the world of building and redesigning custom homes. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that red button below and click on the notification bell right next to it to make sure you get the newest videos as soon as they come out. Building a house is really exciting, but when you live in a cold climate like we do here in Winnipeg, where it can go from plus 40 in the summer to minus 40 degrees Celsius in the winter, we have no choice but to build year-round. The biggest requirements for a cold weather build is planning. In fact, the winter is one of the best times to design and plan a home build, generally around the end of October or November. This is because the large custom homes that we build usually take about 6 to 8 months of planning and design to go through all architectural, mechanical, interior designs, estimating, and procurement to take place. That puts us in the perfect position to start right when the building season picks up, generally around the second week of May. But if you're in a situation where your build has to be built in the winter for time or money constraints, have no fear. The biggest thing you have to do is change your mindset a bit and know that it will be slower and there will be more work and planning involved. So yes, you can build during winter, and no, it won't be an inferior home build. In fact, because we purposely add buffer time to the schedule, there may be some design elements that were not caught before that come up and get caught because of the extra time and reviews. However, the number one consideration you face is quality. When it's cold, humans naturally want to get back into the warmth. Therefore, it's human nature for guys to think it's good enough, or you may see that 1/8 inch tolerance turn into about a 1/2 inch pretty quickly. So what we need is a different expectation about speed while maintaining our quality. The second is different installation methods. This can come from materials that need to be installed at a minimum temperature or to cure once installed. Think glues, concrete, stone, or anything that needs to stick. If we need things to go on warm, but can be cold after, a warming hut or a warm truck will do the trick. If the substrate you are installing on needs to be warm, you will have no other choice but to heat and hoard the area. Have another trick I didn't mention? Leave it in the comments below. So as we walk through the build, the first part of the home to worry about in cold weather is the concrete foundation. This past year, we got an incredible amount of snow, almost 6 feet in total, during the construction of a large ICF basement. An ICF basement, or insulated concrete forms, uses foam blocks that go together like Lego, and then we pour the concrete right in the middle of them. The issue comes up when it's snowing, because not only can it drop snow in between the rows when you're stacking them, but we can't have the entire space where the concrete go fill up with snow before the pour. This means that we have to add buffer times for covering, uncovering, ice melting, shoveling, and heating and hoarding. Heating and hoarding is probably the most well-known strategy to build in the winter. This is done by creating a cover over any area with a tarp and adding a heat source inside. We use this for most concrete that needs to be poured in the winter, exterior stone, or finishes that need to dry, like stucco. After you consider your foundation and general framing, the most important milestones are getting to lockup, which means that the home can be secured with windows and doors, and often with a finished and protected roof system. And the second one is to get electricity hooked up. If your city or municipality allows temporary electricity, this may help you substantially. This allows all your trades to have power without generators or having to annoy the neighbors for power, and ensures that electric dry heat can be added. The use of propane heaters is minimal, as it adds a lot of moisture to the air, and most construction fires happen because of them not being set up properly. Another consideration might be the exterior waterproofing. We now know that building to code is not good enough to prevent issues and stand the test of time. We want to see waterproofing that has no perforations in it and stays in place. There is an incredible amount of new products out there that allows us to do this. The issue is that there is a minimum temperature that these can be applied at. So if you have to install these, either you have to plan to do it before it gets super cold or after it gets super cold, or pay the extra to heat and hoard while you're finishing the exterior. But do not skimp on your exterior waterproofing or rigid insulation just because it's cold and harder to install. So now you know that you can build during winter, but you have to add buffers to your schedule, plan extra time and money for heating and hoarding for the parts that cannot be done in the cold, and make sure that all your guys are staying safe and warm. Please share this if you found it useful, and make sure to check out more of our videos for more practical information about planning and building custom homes. Thanks for watching.